When it comes to women and their finances, Dr. Katie Votava is considered top in her field. She's been advising millions of Americans on wealth and health-related topics for years, including long-term health care. A registered nurse with degrees in both nursing and health economics, she joins us with information that could help bolster and improve our income, finances, and help us better manage health care costs today. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You know, really important topic because, it's no secret here. Let's be honest. Healthcare today, it's a crisis in this country, and not just for the young, but for the elderly who are living longer and don't even have the money to provide for themselves.
Absolutely. And what I call it, it's an elder care epidemic. And it's happening in the United States, and it's happening everywhere. Actually, it's a global phenomenon. And it affects families in multiple ways. And yet there are solutions, which we're going to talk about, of how people can cope a little bit better than they are already.
We call it today the sandwich generation.
Yes.
And that's the generation, for example, me and you.
Yeah.
We're trying to fend for ourselves. We're taking care of our children, providing for our children, and more, taking care of our parents as they get older. I know many friends of mine who the parents are now living with them, who are providing for their health. It's huge.
Oh, absolutely.
And the healthcare costs there, tremendous.
Tremendous. And it affects everyone's budgets, too, because people in the sandwich generation are often providing a tremendous amount of support for their elder family members in the midst of taking care of children, trying to save for their own retirement, trying to take care of college expenses and everything. And beyond the money, it's a huge burden and a stress for everyone. And people do think that they're covered. The elder family members as well as the kids think so, but it's not till people become more ill or have a crisis they realize how thin that coverage is and where the cracks are.
So here's a question. Can Medicare take care of those long-term costs?
Medicare is designed to take care of our routine health care costs.
Right.
And the thing that can be confusing, you look at the website and the information, it says what covers nursing home and home care. It's in very specific situations for a very short period of time, 2 or 3 weeks after a hospitalization. It is not meant for the long term to solve that problem.
So let's talk about alternatives that children and parents and people need to know about today.
I think it's really important for people to be looking ahead and thinking about their financial plan in retirement and beyond. But there is a solution and an asset that many people have that can help them provide for their long-term care costs and expenses.
And what's that?
And it's a life insurance policy that has value in it, a market value, that people can tap into that then will give them the dollars and the resources to help pay for those long-term care needs.
Okay, but clarify for me because I never knew there was any kind of market value when it comes to life insurance.
Yeah, every policy has a value in it. And there is a way for a person to tap into that value so that they can have those dollars when they need them to finance long-term care.
And this is called life settlements?
This is exactly called a life settlement, yes.
So when the person is getting older and the families say, okay, this is a good alternative, where are the rules, regulations, what do we do?
Well, actually, if you have a financial advisor, you can work with them, or you can call a company who's really wonderful to work with, which is GWG Life. And they have experts right there that can walk you through the steps and see, am I eligible for this? Will this work well for me? What's the value in that policy, and what will the process be?
And when the value comes out, are there any worries when it comes to tax consequences with this income?
Again, it's always important to work with a financial advisor and a tax advisor because it is income, and income at certain levels will be taxed. And you can figure that out ahead of time and set some aside, as well as income does affect Medicare premiums, so just be prepared for what that impact will be. But you will still have plenty of proceeds left after that that will really help with the long-term care expenses.
And really alleviate a huge burden on families who are maybe not prepared to take this on.
Sure, and all the stresses that people have, part of it really is they don't have the resources. And people are stretched. You mentioned the sandwich generation. You're running to the job, you're taking care of your children, you have siblings who might be away, your parents might be away. And so you really need resources to be able to help you to still help your family member, but you have more tools than you had before.
So to wrap it up, what steps should our viewers be taking to plan for post-retirement needs?
What people need to do, and I'm a big fan of this, is plan ahead.
Right.
So that you have a roadmap of where you're going to go.
Huge.
And have the conversation with your family members, whether you're the elder or the child. And I say it's like talking to your children about sex. Have it early and often, that conversation, so you don't run into problems, and then revisit that conversation. And part of that then is, what are your resources? In a life insurance policy and a life settlement, could be a really valuable thing that people can unlock that value and tap into that so they have tools.
And really be ready and take off the burden, because it can be a huge one.
A huge one, and it's a tremendous solution that's out there and people don't know about it.
Excellent. For our viewers out there who'd like more information on life settlement, where do they go?
They can go to gwglife.com. That's gwglife.com, and look at the information about life settlements and talk to the folks there, and they can help you work through the steps.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And if you'd like more information on this topic, visit us at thebalancingact.com for additional health and wealth planning insights. And as always, get a little bit social with us. Share with us your questions. Log on to Facebook.com/The Balancing Act Fans.